reacting to a Derek FDB video. This is movies I thought were weird for. Let's get it.
You know, this might be a hot take, but I think weird movies might be weird. That's right, ladies and gents. We are back with movies I thought were weird for. This is a series where I watch and go over some of the strangest movies sent in by you guys on the IG or in the comments or in the Discord and see how weird they really are. Y'all know what we do. We gonna start from the kind of weird ones and work our way all the way up to the disturbing ones. And in the end, I'll go over possibly the most disturbing movie any of y'all have ever submitted.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. This first movie comes in from Alan from the Discord. Well, it was good, Alan. Who submitted the movie 17 Again, the Zac Efron. Now, a lot of you may have heard of or even seen this movie, and I did too. I watched it years ago, and I honestly liked it, like a lot. But after rewatching it, I still like it, but I can definitely see what Alan might have been talking about. Y'all gonna see what I mean. I think the title kind of gives it away why it could get a little weird. But y'all gonna see what I mean. Y'all
talk to me.
All right, so in 17 Again, we follow a middle-aged man by the name of Mike O'Donnell, which gotta be one of the whitest names I've ever seen.
For sure.
Like if dudes is calling Draymond Green one of the blackest, this gotta be up there with the white ones. But yeah, we follow Mike O'Donnell, a middle-aged man whose life situation is not the best at the moment. He's staying at his buddy's crib because him and his wife are kind of in the middle of a divorce, and he's low-key maybe at risk of losing his kids. And it all stems from the fact that Mike sort of peaked in high school. I'm serious. High school was his prime. Back in his day, he was the hot shot. You know, cool guy, basketball player, full ride to a college, all that stuff. But after he finds out his girlfriend Scarlett is pregnant before the biggest game of the season, he runs off the court, pretty much throwing away his basketball dreams in college to build a family. And now in the present, he pretty much blames all his failures in life on that day and his wife. And that led to the wife filing for divorce, and of course, Mike wishing he can somehow turn back the clock. And I think it's just ridiculous that this dude blames her, cause
yeah, like it's not her fault. It's not just her fault. She got pregnant, nigga. You the one, like is that not your fault too? How you gonna blame her for something y'all did together? And why did you leave the game? Bro. Okay, yeah.
If you asking me, they're both stupid.
Yeah.
Why on earth would she run out the game before y'all could properly talk about it? Like, I know it's a movie, but do you think this is a movie? And why the hell would he run off the court when his scholarship is on the line? I swear, these dudes are moving.
You literally could have used a scholarship to help you, bro.
Like her water broke right now. Shorty don't even got a bump.
Right, she like 3 hours pregnant. Please get that shit the fuck out my face. She like 3 hours pregnant, bro. You be fine, bro. Y'all will figure it out, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Dude could have finished the game, secure his spot in pretty much the league, and talked about it and raised the family after. But yeah, like I said, this fall off of doom left Mike wishing he could just turn back the clock. And one day, he gets that opportunity. While on the way home during a rainstorm, he sees his old man chilling on a bridge. And after going to help him, he falls into the river. But when he gets home the next morning, he realizes he's 17 again. And this wasn't some time travel stuff. Nah, he's 17 again, but everyone else is the same age. And so Mike, thinking there's an opportunity from the divine, he uses his newfound youth to enroll into the same high school as his kids and help guide them through. It's a dope concept, right? It's cool. Y'all can see why I like this movie.
Oh, I thought he was just going to go. You know what I'm saying? But helping your kids, okay, I can see that. How does this get weird? That's where I'm trying to figure out. You know what I'm saying?
But there are two things in this film that really had me scratching my head while I was rewatching. And they both have to do with his kids, okay? Hear me out. The first questionable thing comes when Mike realizes his son, instead of the tough hooper he told him he was, is actually not on the team at all. In fact, he gets bullied, which, you know, that's a bummer. So since he's his father, he decides to teach him how to hoop, which is obviously not weird. I actually found it to be very sweet and wholesome. When it gets weird is when the son introduces him to his wife. Because remember, y'all, these two are getting divorced. So this leads to us having to watch Mike not only try and prevent his divorce, but also try and rekindle some romance with Scarlett. But he's a high schooler. Yeah. And I'm watching this thinking, you know, I can see how this turns weird, but it ain't that bad as long as it just stays a one-sided thing. But then Scarlett starts talking back to him. And since they have this natural connection, since, you know, that's literally her husband of 20 years, like he probably knows all her weird cravings, her weird secret birth.
Yeah, that can be a little... Because now you make, like, this makes her out to be some type of predator. And it's just like, like she's probably not, but you look just like her husband because you are when they fell in love. But like, and then it makes her to be this predator, and it's just like you put her in the files because you know she would know, but she wouldn't know because like like you look just like him, but why the fuck would my husband be 17 again? You know what I'm saying? So it just makes her look like a fucking creep.
Marks, all of that. Scarlett low-key starts feeling him. I'm not gonna say feeling him, but there were scenes. There was scenes where it seemed like she was. Scenes where she definitely was. Not like all the way though. Like she rejects the advances, of course, but it's by saying stuff like, I know how you young guys are with MILF, so don't even think about it. Like, can you just reject him regular, lady? Imagine if these roles were reversed. And it's conflicting because as the viewer, I want to see Mike win. I want to be like, yeah, Mike, win her back.
But
on second thought,
maybe not.
I have to just move on, bro. So yeah, that dynamic's a little weird, and that's not even including how weird it must have been for the son to see his homie dancing with his mom. So then there's the other questionable stuff, which is as weird, if not weirder, depending on who you ask. The stuff with his daughter Maggie. Hear me out, hear me out. So since he's her father, Mike wants to help out his daughter with her issues, same way he did for his son. What issue does she have? Well, she's dating the school bully. And as her father, he wants better for her. He doesn't want her dating this trailer park hooligan. So, you know, throughout the course of the movie, he's doing what you'd expect him to do. He's being kind to her, he's giving her.
Please don't tell me the daughter ends up having a crush on her father. That's not what happens, right? That's not what we are. Oh no. Oh no, that's not good.
Her advice, trying to sabotage their relationship. He's her father. But remember, she doesn't know that. She doesn't know who the heck this new kid is. So when the day comes that Maggie and the bully break up and Mike comforts her like any good father would, Maggie starts trying to kiss her dad. Thankfully it didn't go through, but the fact that she thought all this comforting stuff Mike was doing was an attempt to sneak into her heart or her pants is yuck. Could you imagine being Mike in the situation? Think about how uncomfortable that must be, bro. Like your daughter feeling you. Like I noticed that quote, the first man a woman will ever love will be their father, but I don't think the writer meant it like this, bro. The only silver lining in this situation is that he knows and she doesn't. Cause could you imagine if she found that out? That would ruin her love life for years. I don't know.
Imagine that people found out. Aha, bitch, you fell in love with your dad. Relax, bro. Bitch. Hey, hold on, nigga.
For certain, but I don't think you just develop feelings for your father and walk that shit off. Especially considering how much she liked him. Oh my goodness, that just makes it weirder. She liked her dad enough, which I can't believe I'm even saying. She liked her dad enough to not get back with her ex when given the opportunity. Yup, the bully rolls up on her trying to win her back, and she tells him straight up, and I quote, "I'm with somebody else now." That is your father.
You with?
And I almost forgot the part where she's like roaring at him in bed, trying to seduce him. Oh my goodness.
Yo.
And she only stops pursuing him when she catches him sneaking a kiss from her mom, which leads to her and all her friends slapping him in the face, with the last one saying, "Call me," before slapping him.
Oh,
this movie is something. But hey, like I normally say, y'all, that's just the first one. This next movie was submitted by Alien from the Discord.
It's not that bad, but there's some moments. I ain't gonna listen. It's a little questionable, but it's not terrible.
Who has been requesting this movie for literally over a year. It got to the point where there were videos being made simulating my kidnapping until I finally announced I'm going over it. And what's the movie that was requested? The Grinch That Stole. This movie's about the Grinch seeking revenge on Santa Claus after Santa Claus got him locked up for trying to kidnap him, and after getting out, he decides to try again. But after instead cracking Mrs. Claus, don't ask, he decides a better way to get revenge would be to steal all the in town. And so he spends the whole movie kidnapping and cracking Santa and everyone's hopes.
Right.
Alien, how did you even find this film? How? This is just one of those fever dream movies, man. I don't know what's funnier to me. The fact that Mrs. Claus was the one that gave him the idea to steal all the or the fact that his plan in the movie actually works. Like, the women were happily letting the Grinch steal them and even complaining when he didn't steal them because they all wanted a piece of the Grinch. The Grinches.
Right.
Atlanta's a wild place, man. And another thing about this movie,
I know that ain't supposed to be a fucking devil on his shoulder. All right, for sure. We've strayed so far from grace. This gotta be some Tubi shit. Gotta be some Tubi shit.
I don't know how to explain it, but certain scenes in the movie, it actually felt like I was watching like a corn movie or something. I'm serious, and I'm not even saying that because all the booty on the screen. Nah, there was a lot of booty though. It was all this freaking hiding under the lampshade acting. And I'd love to tell y'all to go watch it so y'all can see what I mean, but I can't even do that because the original platform this movie was on, sadly, removed it. And yes, it was Tubi. I guess even they have their standards.
Yeah.
This next movie comes in from Instagram this time. Shout out my followers. From the user Butterfly Effect 58, who submitted the movie Rubber 2010. And after watching this film, I won't lie, I truly do think. Matter of fact, I am convinced y'all love wasting my time. Because this movie was literally about a living tire, you know, hence the title Rubber, that goes out into the world and can kill people with its mind, I guess, and ends up becoming fixated with this girl at this motel. Even watching her shower. That's literally the whole movie. No explanation how the tire got its abilities or how it's even freaking alive or how it's even attracted to this lady. Like, does it see her?
You're
Does it
a
have
fucking
eyes? How is this
tire.
tire alive? Man, let's just get to the last one, bro. Let's get to the last one.
All right,
this
please,
final one comes
please.
in from SEN6F on YouTube, who submitted the movie The Substance. Now, this is one of the most requested films of the series.
This is the last one with 20 plus minutes less shit.
Seriously, look at y'all in the comments. Fiending. So it's finally here. And let me say, this might genuinely be the most visually disgusting movie sentence for this series ever. So I'm gonna have to take my time with it. Like, no exaggeration, towards the end, this makes Tusk look like Mihawk Kalan. That's how gross we talk. But it's also one of the best movies sent in. Like, this movie has meaning behind it. So make sure to not only thank Essie for submitting it, but also blame her for what's coming next. So in The Substance, we follow a woman named Elizabeth Sparkle. She's a TV star who hosts one of those aerobic shows that moms be watching. Y'all know the ones. And today's her 50th birthday, which to us might be like, hey, congrats, pop bottles. But to Elizabeth, this was not a good thing. She's getting older. Things don't move like they used to. Spots in her body got a little more sag to them. She started to feel less beautiful. And probably most importantly, she gets fired because of it. That's right. While in the bathroom, Elizabeth overhears an executive from the show talking about how she's too old. Ratings are dropping and they need someone hot and young to revive the show, not this 50-year-old lady. So the next day, over a disgusting lunch scene, like seriously, listen to this mofo chewing his food. I see dogs with better etiquette than him. He fires her, which is just so foul, but it's real. You could give one of these big corp jobs years of your life and they'll still throw you out like it's nothing.
For sure.
That happened to me. I worked at this burger spot when I was a teenager. I'm not gonna say the name, but I gave them 2 good years of my life. 2 years. That's like a lifetime when you're a teenager. Woke up one day to an email telling me I was fired. No warning, no 2 weeks, nothing. You wanna know what the email said?
Bro, you know, that pisses me. That genuinely pisses me off how they require you to give them a 2 weeks, but they don't give you the courtesy of a 2 weeks. Hey, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to let you go. You're gonna have to find something to do in about 2 weeks. That'll be the, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, give me the courtesy too.
Our apologies. Then right under it, a picture of Ronald McDonald flipping me off.
Right.
That happened. So I know how Elizabeth feels to a degree. But even then, considering the circumstances, what she's going through must feel way worse. Getting replaced just like that? Taking out my billboards?
Damn.
I'm supposed to be the star.
Oh, shit.
Elizabeth gets into an accident. But luckily, she's okay. At least externally. Internally, she's in shambles. There's this scene where the doctor sees it's her birthday and he's like, oh, wow, happy birthday. I felt bad. But after the doctor leaves and it's just the nurse and Elizabeth in the room, something strange happens. The nurse feels up her spine and says to her, you're a good candidate, and leaves. The hell? You can't have eyes that blue and do something that strange and leave. I need answers.
Right.
And even stranger, after she leaves the hospital, she finds a paper with a USB drive that says The Substance on it, with the words, it changed my life under. Yeah, I don't know if that would sell me. I've had crackheads tell me the same thing about their substance.
Okay.
You know how that go. But I guess it convinced her, at least enough to go home and watch the video. And the video that plays was like this commercial for this product called The Substance. An injection that makes you younger, more beautiful, more perfect. Only catch is, it's another version of you that you have to share your life with. Both of you are one. 1 week for one, 1 week for the other. Which to me just sounded way
I'm good.
Too complicated.
Like, how the fuck am I supposed to, I don't know. That's just, like, if it makes me younger, cool, but like, why do I have to, you know?
Confused. You start talking about cloning me and then throwing some maintenance in there. Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I had like 5 goldfish in a year one time. That maintenance stuff ain't for me. I'm good, bro. And Elizabeth was good off it too, so she just threw it in the trash. At least, for now. Because after seeing this young couple at the bar and reading an ad list,
who will be the next Elizabeth? Oh, wow. Females aged 18 to 30 only. Damn.
for her replacement, she must have gotten FOMO. Because she immediately goes into the trash, grabs a drive, calls a number, and finds out where she can get the substance. They never learned. So Elizabeth arrived at the location and it just wasn't sketchy enough. The place she goes to pick up the substance,
Oh, fuck off. Come on, girl.
is in the trenches. I'm telling y'all, this can't be good. Either they about to give her the same thing those crackheads try to give me, or Elizabeth picks it up, comes back home, prepared to take the substance by getting butt naked. Look, I don't care about nudity in films. Honestly, it's the opposite. I revel in the challenge. But y'all, I watched this movie on the plane, and I
Hey, man. Hey, bruh. You can't be doing that, chat. I ain't gonna lie, chat. Bro, I got caught lacking on the plane once too, bruh. This shit don't feel good. Did I tell y'all about what happened to me about that folder that I opened? And it was just, it was bad, bro. It was, no. Oh, some of y'all wasn't here. I told this story a long time ago. Real quick wrap up. I'll tell y'all real quick. There was this folder for like risque thumbnails. You know what I'm saying? When I used to do the meme videos, I used to have these risque thumbnails. I still kind of do, but like there was a folder for it. Niggas had a folder for it. They shared me the folder. So I was like, oh, okay. I never looked in the folder. I just gave it to Majin because Majin was doing the folder. I never like, you know. However, I was on a plane and Majin hit me and was like, yo, I can't do this thumbnail today. I forgot why, but I needed to do the thumbnail. So it was a meme video. So I was like, oh, all right, let me go look in the folder real quick. Let me grab one of these risque thumbnails and I'll just, you know, chat. I didn't know that they weren't just risque. It was full-blown nudity. Like some of these cartoon characters deadass had titties out and all that. I didn't know Majin was putting color over them in post. I didn't know that he was putting color over it in post and making it a thumbnail. I thought it was just like, you know, it wasn't Majin's fault because they gave me the thumbnail and I sent it to Majin. I mean, they gave me the folder and I sent it to Majin. I didn't look. So it wasn't Majin's fault either. He just did it. He didn't know he worked with what he had. I didn't know. I deadass didn't know that they were editing these photos to make them less, you know, saying crazy. And then, bro, chat, I promise you, my fucking screen was bright as fuck. There were two old ladies. I was sitting in an aisle seat. There was two old ladies next to me, right behind me, talking to each other through, like, they were in the aisle seats as well. One's talking here, they're talking back and forth to each other in the aisle seats. And then there's me right in front with my bright ass fucking laptop screen. And I opened that folder. After I opened that folder, bro, they stopped talking. I said, oh, fuck, they think I'm weird. I said, oh, fuck, they think I'm fucking weirdo. Bro, I was like, I got off that plane. I was like, bro, Majin, why didn't you tell me it was full of nudity? He was like, oh, I thought you knew. No, nigga, I never even looked in the folder, G. I never looked in there. I just sent it to you because you did a thumb. Bro, I didn't open my laptop for the rest of the fucking plane ride, bro. And mind you, that happened at the beginning of the plane ride. That happened at the beginning of the plane ride. I didn't open my laptop. I didn't get no work done on that plane. Fuck that. Nope. I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro. Hey, bro. I'm good, bro. What's so crazy is ever since then, I haven't seen that folder since. I don't even know if Majin still has that folder. But I have not opened that folder since. I saw that shit when I got on. I was like, yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm not doing no more thumbnails, bro. I'm not doing no more thumbnails, bro. Oh, shit. But yeah, that's what happened, bro.
I had window seat. Like, there was a dude and a lady sitting on my left watching me watch this film. Bro, this shit was embarrassing. I'm over here lowering my brightness and shit, so dude on my left doesn't see it as clearly. Side-eyeing him to make sure he don't see me lowering my brightness. Embarrassing. This dude probably thought I was a D1 gooner. Y'all can't say I don't love y'all. Especially after the scene that comes next. Elizabeth standing, butt booty naked in the mirror, looks at her current self one last time. And this is where stuff starts to get weird. She takes the injection, and at first, nothing happens. But then, Elizabeth collapses. And while she's on the ground, we see something moving in her back. Oh my. And then we see her back starts to tear open. Oh my. And what comes out was just like the video said. Another version of Elizabeth, who's also butt naked, but younger. Bro, the stuff people do to stay young. I remember I think it was Simon Cowell. I seen what he did to his face. And no offense, but that shit looked terrible. I can't do this. I told myself the second I get a single bald spot, it's all gone. I'm going full Dr. Evil. No turkey trip needed. But yeah, there's a younger Elizabeth now. And I'll be honest, seeing it just had me even more confused in the commercial. 2 Elizabeths? That just left me with so many questions. They answered a few of them, like the whole feeding process is all through tubes and stuff. But if they swapping bodies every week, what happens if one of them gets pregnant? Does the baby just sit in the body while their mom is AFK every other week? Or what about the whole bathroom situation? What if the body laying down has to take a leak? And most important question of all, would y'all date someone like this? If you find out the person you're with is secretly middle-aged or old one week, then your age the next, are you still pursuing? If you thinking no, you're just not thinking hard enough. That's the best of both worlds. Think about it. Dude.
Bro, but they just go limp? For their whole body goes limp for a week?
Young stuff 1 week. Go to Six Flags, zip lining. They switch, straight gums the next week. And you get senior discounts.
All right, bro.
I don't know. Your babe might be the better
gums is so, yo. On drive, and I'm not talking about for the young shit. I'm talking about for the old shit. Straight gums, nigga. Yo, this nigga says straight gums. Hey, bro, come on, bro.
This new Elizabeth wasn't asking any of those questions though. She didn't care about any of that stuff because she was too busy feeling herself. And I mean, really feeling herself. Like the movie wanted you to know that she felt like she looked good. Touching on herself in the shower, stretching in front of her window. Even the dude next to me started looking over. She actually felt so confident as this younger version of herself that she applied for that ad listing from earlier. Pretty much replacing herself under the new name, Sue. Which is what I'm gonna be calling her now so there's no confusion, okay? I'm not gonna lie, this is ridiculous and low-key sad. When given the chance to live her life differently, she pretty much chose the same career path under the same studio with the same shrimp scarfing dude running it who threw her out before.
Literally.
Come on, man. At least Mike from earlier was trying to get a scholarship he never got to enjoy. You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. And it's especially sad because while this may have looked like a win for Elizabeth, this leads to terrible consequences down the road. Like terrible. Because after getting the job, being Sue became way more fun than being Elizabeth. I mean, she had her show again. She can hang out with new young friends. No senior discounts, but she could hook up with guys. Point is, she could live that young life that she wanted back so bad. Which again, you might think is a good thing, right? No, this leads to so many issues. First of all, it slowly starts chipping away at Elizabeth's self-esteem, like I said. I mean, you go from being talk of the town 1 week to then the woman she replaced the next. That'll do something to you mentally. It got so bad that Elizabeth didn't even want to go outside. Yeah, there's a scene where Elizabeth has a date, and this is honestly so sad. She has a date with this guy, and every time she's about to head out the door, she stops, thinks about Sue, goes to put on some more makeup, goes back to the door again, thinks about Sue again, and goes back to put on some more makeup again. And eventually she decides not to go because she doesn't feel like she looks good enough. That's sad.
Oh, yeah,
I already knew comparing yourself to others too much was unhealthy.
Imagine comparing yourself to your younger self.
Literally is insane. And this leads to Elizabeth somewhat resenting Sue, which brings up the next issue this lifestyle was causing: the personality split. As the movie goes on, you notice that for some reason, even though they're the same person just body hopping, Sue and Elizabeth behave completely different. Like, I can't even put it lightly. Sue does not give a fuck about Elizabeth at all.
Damn.
Like, if this was her mom, she'd ship her away to a retirement home immediately. No hesitation. That's how little.
Actually, though, this don't, like, it sounds like a crazy movie, but it don't sound too bad. I feel like it'd be actually a decent watch. I'm not gonna lie.
She cares. And this lack of care for the older Elizabeth is what leads to the most important but worst decision of the film. Like, I know it's been pretty tame, y'all, but this is y'all final warning. So since Sue was having so much fun, she starts to slowly stay past the 7-day body swap curfew Elizabeth was told to follow. First, it's a day past the curfew. You know, just a day. What harm could it do? Then a few days past the curfew. You know, just a few days. It'll probably do some harm.
Oh, you switch manually. It's not automatic. Oh.
Nothing too crazy. But then Sue is given the opportunity of a lifetime when she's told she's gonna get to host a big New Year's Eve show. Oh, this is great. I mean, she'll probably have to stay over the curfew a bit to rehearse, but shouldn't be for too long.
3 months?
She stayed at Sue for 3
Oh,
months. 3! And I ain't mentioned this thoroughly, but this pushing of the curfew did have some side effects. Because in order to stay past the curfew, Sue has to drain this juice out of Elizabeth's spine. And that juice is clearly important. After just 1 day, it left her with a witch-looking finger.
Oh my
After
God.
a few days, it left her entire body looking like a witch and with a bum leg. Ugh. So after 3 months of pretty much draining Elizabeth's youth, because that's what it is if you couldn't tell, she's draining her youth, Sue left Elizabeth, I don't even know if I want to show y'all, she left Elizabeth looking like this.
Oh my God. Oh, fuck off. Oh, fuck all the way off.
Oh my, she turned her into Mr. Nevercracker? All that draining of Elizabeth's youth turned her into this hunchback, do I say creature? Is that rude to say? I mean, look, she got decaying teeth now, a back that puts a Spinosaurus to shame, brittle bones that make her fall over, a bald head, and her knockers are damn near down to her knees. I mean, I still rather look like her than Elon Musk shirtless, but
shit.
Damn, this is messed up. And don't think Elizabeth couldn't have stopped it. She could have. Remember, they are one. Like I said earlier, Sue does not care about Elizabeth, but that's because she herself does not care about her older self. She pretty much hates herself. And even if you want to exclude the Sue stuff, Elizabeth, the older one, had her chance to stop it before it got this bad via phone call. And she chose not to. Because if you couldn't tell, she's addicted to the limelight and the love this girl Sue gets. Which just shows you how this substance junk really is just a representation of surgery and addiction. Because it really is her versus her out here. And it still wasn't done, because they take this her versus her stuff to the next level. Because after saying enough is enough, Elizabeth decides it's time to put an end to this and terminate Sue. Which is just trippy on a different level, because that's literally her. So she's technically like, you know, marking herself. But as she's terminating her, she remembers Sue had a show coming up. And immediately starts bringing her back to life.
Are you serious?
You almost put the pipe down, Elizabeth. You almost did it. But this bringing her back to life stuff went left. Because instead of just bringing her back and, you know, keeping it the way it was before,
they were both awake at the same time.
Actually brought her back. Like, both of them in the same room, conscious at the same time.
Oh, geez.
And since Sue knows that Elizabeth was just trying to murk her, she was not very happy. And this part when I was watching had me thinking, what? They could have argued, have a little cat fight.
Nah,
Sue
she tried to kill
kills
him.
Elizabeth.
Oh!
Yeah, like the OG one is dead. Smashed her head against the mirror and pummeled her while she was on the ground and killed her. And for as trippy and as messed up as this is, you know, she should have killed the part of herself she hated. Would y'all believe me if I told y'all it wasn't over? Y'all, that ain't even the craziest or weirdest part of the movie yet. Final warning. So Sue, now with no one to hold her back, goes to a rehearsal for the big New Year's show she had. But when she's there, she starts feeling a little woozy and develops a cough. Ugh, I hope it ain't the Hanta. So she goes to the bathroom, coughs again, and sees a tooth. And that wasn't all, because after pulling out 2 more teeth, she loses a nail and an ear. That's right, her body is breaking down. Because guess what? The part of her she hated so much, well, she needed it. Remember, they are one. She rushes home and attempted to fix this, she goes back to old reliable, the substance. And even though last time it made a version of herself she saw as perfect, this time it made something horrible. Because what comes out of her is worse than the Nevercracker form. Worse than the walrus from Tusk. Worse than Elon Musk? Maybe, I wouldn't take it that far. What comes out is this!
Oh my God!
Botox don't do that to people.
It was like, oh, this is not a bad watch. Fuck this watch. I've never watched. She had teeth in her torso. Oh, fuck that. Oh.
What came out was this fusion of Sue and Elizabeth gone wrong. With 2 heads, teeth on her chest, and an extra arm in the back. Bro, I seen this and I was disgusted, but sad. Mainly disgusted. I was sad because, like, she did this to herself, but, like, she was just insecure because this thing that built her up for years and made her find pride in her beauty pretty much just told her she's chopped. I got called ugly in like 7th grade and that junk hurt me, so I can only imagine how this feels. And what makes this spiral and final transformation even more sad to me is, if you paid attention to the movie, Elizabeth literally has no one. No children, no husband, no friends, not even a pet, nothing. All she had was her career, so she didn't have anyone to talk her out of getting the substance or forget the
Literally.
substance. She didn't have anyone to just help her over the whole getting fired thing to begin with. You know how much of a change that could have made? She wouldn't have teeth on her chest right now. This junk was so sad.
Teeth on the
Tell
chest
you why I
is
looked to
crazy.
my left and see the dude next to me tearing up. This was sad.
You was watching my
Elizabeth
shit?
Sue puts on her dress and her earrings, you know, getting all dolled
Ew.
up for her
Ew.
big night. And when you thought this couldn't get any sadder,
There's no way she actually went.
before she leaves, she puts on a cutout photo of her original face. And seeing this just makes me want to say to my female viewers, and I'm saying my female viewers because that's what the movie's about, you don't need cosmetic surgery. There, I said it. Hot take, I know. You don't need it. Derek FDB knows where you're coming from. Cause let me let you in on a little secret. I got stuff about myself that I've been insecure about too. Yeah, I didn't always think I was this perfect being you see on this profile picture. If y'all ain't know, I got some big lips. Biggest in my family. And when I was a kid, I ain't want these things. I wanted them thin lips like Tobey Maguire. No offense,
right.
but just think about how ridiculous my face would look like if I had those. Think about that. I would
Oh, hell no. Ew.
no offense, but just think about how ridiculous my face would look like if I had those. Think about that.
That's so nasty.
I would look crazy. They sue him, not me. So I don't want to see any of y'all, no matter how self-conscious you may be, coming to the meet and greet with some stiff Botox smiles. The guys too, I don't want to see a single spray-on
Oh
or
my
turkey
God.
chip looking hairline. Just do what I'm gonna do. Go full Dr. Evil. This one ends with Elizabeth Sue arriving to the show only to traumatize everyone in the crowd, including a kid, after she shot blood on everyone and grew a titty out her eye. And also we see her body get destroyed and the Elizabeth part of her crawl to her Hollywood star
Ew.
only to melt away, finally accepting that she is Elizabeth Sparkle. Not only one of the weirdest and one of the best, but also one of the saddest submitted by y'all. But I mean,
Jesus.
hey, at least she ain't peaking high school, am I right? That's pretty much all the movies I wanted to go over today. Comment down below which movie you thought was the weirdest.
my
And also,
God.
big announcement. We will be doing another big donation this year. Last year the goal was 10K. This year the goal is 50. Pretty big number.
Talk your shit, big money. Hold on. Hold on.
I know. That's why this year, instead of just doing it based off subs, we'll be doing it based off subs, followers, and members. Discord members, yeah. So it'll be 5K for every 100K subs gained this year, and $200 for every 1,000 followers / members gained as well, which equates to roughly like 20K every 100,000. We'll pick the 3 charities as we get close to the end of the year on my IG. And yeah, well, wait, one more thing. I'll probably do a cap of like 80K, because I mean, you never know. Mr. Beast might just shout out my IG out of nowhere, and then I have to file for bankruptcy. And yeah, that's the plan. Thanks to
Hey, W donation, bro. W charity, bro. W. Oh, man. All right, man. Shout out to Derek FDB, bro. Great video. I'm a charity. No, you is not. Like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'll catch y'all in the next one.